pen. Subjugate the dub play. And you know we can't wait to bring spins. A-star quizzes, A+ the final. Vocals we align, we'll move it all simultaneously over joints we rock. We earn 30 years so you can say we got 3 turns. Live off the board, unlike you and your chess men. We install doubt in you and your yes men. And if the game had veins, we'll insert upheaval the ground. Cause the adrenaline we blend with the sound is our thing. Relieving the kings of all crowns. So are you ready? Are you set? Then jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady, to the letter, right? Turn it up, y'all, keep the flow. But can you rock it like rocket fuel? What you talking about? Space out your mind. But can you rock it like rockets, fool? That's a close encounter of what kind? Ready, set.
All right, Coach, thank you very much. It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Houston Texans. It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
This is it! Let's get the egg! Watch the twist, watch the twist!
Darius Geis, his first carry of the game. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game as he'll lose yardage to start things out. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
At the 24-yard line.
We're set! 19! Tight end to the right, boy, tight end to the right! Move out!
A shotgun snap for Watson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. T.J. Watt in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
2 plays so far, a run and a pass attempt, and both have gone backwards.
Probably not how they drew that up.
Not at all.
Looking for a better play coming up on 3rd. Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans. 3rd and long, it's Watson. That complete to Lamar Miller. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
And I know you can't really see it, but that play spells frustration with a capital F for the guys on defense. They covered everyone else, end up going to the running back out of the backfield, and he picks up a back-breaking first down.
Now a first down throw, Watson. He's got his running back, Darius Geis. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. So, Charles, first drive here, little safe completion underneath, maybe get some rhythm, get your feet wet, so to speak.
I agree, and I like it because it's a lot like a basketball game when you're getting started and you pass the ball around so everyone touches it early and gets involved in the game. In this case, it's not just dumping it to a back and he's able to run with the ball, but you get your offensive linemen involved because they get to get out and run and hit people in the open field. Everyone getting their feet wet early.
And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll make it 3rd down.
3rd down and
2. Who's set? 19! Watch as he finds. I'm trying to collect. Check to the car.
They'll try and get it with Geis. He will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important third down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
On first down, Watson. Going deep for Hopkins. That's caught inside the 20. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Now a handoff looking right. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. Adrian Amos up to make the tackle.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
And he'll give it here to his running back. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on third down. Out of the gun, Brissett. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up fourth down. On fourth down, here comes the Steeler punter Jordan Berry to kick it away. Back deep, Antonio Brown. He gets it away, and I think they'll smartly play keep away here from Brown. And that will bounce out of bounds before they can get a return going.
Brandon, never quite sure what the side judge or the field judge is going to rule there. That was awfully close, but in the end, he says it passed over the 1-yard line, and that's where they're going to mark it out. I mean, you can see it right there, right? See him walking up the sideline? Told him to stop right there at the 1.
They start on the ground with Geis. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to them.
Percent. 19. 55. Mike. Gotta do better. Come on.
3rd and 2. Watson. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. It was 3rd and short, and they go flying past the marker for a gain of nearly 30 yards.
It's got to the point where we see guys like that make that type of a catch. Not fair goes through my brain. That size, that speed, and now they're acting like wide receivers too.
Yeah, tight end one-handed catches. They're kind of like wide receiver one-handed catches nowadays.
Just not right.
And he'll be stopped right at midfield. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans.
Tremendous line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
After the run, Watson going to throw. This is caught by Antonio Brown. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Watson in the offense going to come up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. On the ground, it's Geis. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7. The Steelers' 37-yard line.
All day, just like that. Just like that.
Geis with a carry on 2nd down. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. The Texans on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Here's Watson. And incomplete. They tried to drop it off, but he couldn't hold on.
So many components go into a well-executed screen pass. You've got to sell, sell, sell. Offensive line's got to sell like they've missed blocks, and then they move out, and they're out in front of the running back. He's got to sell that he's trying to block, and then he slips out into the route. The quarterback has to sell that maybe he's trying to throw it downfield. Instead, he slips it off to the running back, and when you get one set perfectly, you have to catch the ball. And that didn't happen on that play.
This is Geis. And they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as he'll wind up going backwards. Darius Geis denied. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys a little bit jumpy.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3 and out. And now they have
that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here.
Let's go.
From the 35 on 2nd down. Brissett complete to Hilton. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Complete to number 19. A gain of 9 yards. And the Steeler 1st down.
Let's go. Keep on the base. Right there in the middle. 55. Don't let him breathe. Don't let him breathe.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
Now they try the right side here. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
And they give this time to the tailback. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A great effort there. Touchdown number 15 of the year. As they are now on the board here in the first half. Elliott good with a PAT. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. From the gun, here's Watson. He gets it in the hands of Geis. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan first down.
That's good for a Texans first down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Mike, good. 18 Gator. Watch the curl.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half.
Check tight. 24. He's checking. Crash. 24.
Now this time he'll look to throw. He's going to go for a big play downfield. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Houston. QT, his first touchdown on the year. And the Texans have taken the lead. Well, that's a heck of a response to regain the lead after we had seen the touchdown to tie the game.
I would say what we just saw there was a great amount of poise, because typically when teams tie the game up, it's a little bit of a, how would you say, you kind of take a step back and have to get yourself regrouped. They regrouped in a hurry, didn't they? They attacked back after they'd been tied.
And in a big way, that was a statement-long touchdown. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And you have to figure they won't just sit on the football here in the final minute. The way things have gone, they need to try to make something happen offensively.
But maybe they should. Maybe they should sit on it here because of what you just said. They haven't made anything happen offensively. Getting ready to go into the half, give them a chance to take a deep breath, exhale a little bit, and start over. I don't know if this is the time to push it myself.
Yeah, right now, under 100 yards of total offense. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Brissett now. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Lonnie Johnson picks it. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
On the ground, Geis. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Darius Geis, as the first half is winding down. And the Texans push further out in front. Gold with the extra point, and it's now 21-7. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
25 yards there on the catch and run.
It's a gain of 25 yards.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. This complete to Jones. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A big play there in the final seconds of the first half as his guys are back within a single score. Elliott good on the extra point. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go. At their own 25-yard line.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
They can't hang with us.
On first down, a running play ends up going backwards as he won't get close to the line of scrimmage. In fact, he's going to lose 4 yards. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Coach. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the third quarter. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Let's go. 26-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is make sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now it's been a really tough ball game trying to stop these offenses.
Oh, it really has, especially as of late. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
But when you go from 2nd and 4 to 3rd and 3, that just tells you who won that battle on the last play, huh?
Yeah, first round went to the offense, second round the defense. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down. Here's Jordan Berry now as he'll punt it away for the second time. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Texans will take over at the 20. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Watson. And he's going to have the hook up to QT. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 44-yard line.
Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. To throw again on 2nd down. Watson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
Able to find his running back, Geis. A good pickup there at 20 yards.
There are a lot of tough routes to try and cover. When you see a runner come out of the backfield and run this angle route, looks like they're going to the flat, and then they put their foot in the ground and cut back sharply inside, not easily covered, and then when they catch it, good momentum built up by them as well.
And able to pick up the first. Now a 1st down run is sniffed out from the start as they'll drop him for a loss of 4. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Watson. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Devin Bush in there for the sack, and he's closing in on the all-time record. That's number 19 on the year. Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans. Throwing on 3rd and long. Watson. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. T.J. Watt, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this will do the job nicely as that'll be out of bounds just inside the 10-yard line. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
58.
Brissett. And, oh, that is going to be a safety. So troubles here offensively. I tell you, the noise in this dome, that has got to make it harder for these guys to hear.
Sometimes I find myself shouting up here. But you're right. If you can't communicate well or get off the snap count properly, it can cause big problems, and this qualifies as a big problem.
We play to win. Let's go.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Watson now to throw. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked by Brandon Williams. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. Elliott on for the extra point. And the lead is down to 2.
Makes the score Texans 23, Steelers 21.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They'll try to get this running game going with Geis. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
So the loss of a yard, and now 2nd and 11 from the 24-yard line.
You got 3 down. Kill. Hey, turn it up.
Watson from the gun, he'll throw. Stepping up, he'll try and run. And avoids the contact by sliding. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Watson on first down. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Clelin Ferrell able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
24. Shoot. Switch gears. Switch gears.
Throwing on second and long. Watson. He finds Hopkins complete. That catch good for 5. It's third down. So there on that play, offensively, they ran the crossing route. Defense was in zone coverage. So as a former DB, how tough is it to defend that?
It's really difficult because your natural inclination is to chase the receiver and maybe leave your zone. So you have to have discipline in order to talk to your other coverage guys and let him know that that receiver's crossing from your zone to the next zone. He's coming your way. Make sure you have him. And then when the ball is actually thrown, secure the tackle. When they're moving on crossing routes, if you miss a tackle, it usually results in a big play.
And he gets it away, and it's a laser headed for the sidelines. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad.
Their own 15-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And last time they surrendered to safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get, and it's just so strange to see that go up on the board, and then you got to make sure that that doesn't happen to your team again. They've got to take care of the ball.
But, boy, it juices up the defense.
Oh, without a doubt. That's a great way to score some points.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. From the shotgun, it's Bissett. He's got it to Hilton. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's third down. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down.
Watch out, watch out, watch out. Shit. Check safety.
From the gun, here's Bissett. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. J.J. Watt has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
Very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Texans with great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10.
55. Watch the pass.
On first down, this is Geis. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. And he will not only not get the yard he needed, he goes the wrong direction. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And that will push the lead up to 5. So they get to 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now a handoff looking right. He finds an opening past the 40. And he'll get this all the way up to the 42-yard line. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first. Now a handoff here to his running back. Jadeveon Clowney there on the stop.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
He'll look to throw. And the catch made by Hilton. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
Just too many short underneath throws. They've got to get the ball downfield.
And in a hurry. He's back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. And down by 5, they've got to go for it here on fourth down. Now Brissett on fourth down. It's caught. Jones. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down.
First down, Steelers.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10. Now Brissett. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Steelers going to use their third and final timeout, as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. Ninth play of the drive now on third and a country mile. Here's Brissett. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby.
Intercepted. The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. Well, they're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up second and 7. So Houston going to come away here with the victory, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, That tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for the Texans, they're not going to go quietly here as the win moves them now to 8-6 on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Seattle Seahawks. Meanwhile, for the Steelers, they fall to 8-6 with the loss. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.